truck stops shut down. Where can truckers safely park their rigs to get some much needed rest is a question a lot of folks asking tonight. Fox 9's Ted Haller spoke with some truckers this evening. Ted, what are they saying?
Well, Marnie, they're saying these closures are much more than an inconvenience. They're a safety concern. It's why the Minnesota Trucking Association is taking this issue to the special master tomorrow afternoon and asking for the reopening of the rest stops. Making that argument, one truck driver told us an alarming story just from today.
Sun today just got me real sleepy.
When truck driver David Reed decided his safety and that of everyone else on the road required him taking a break, he looked for a rest stop. But orange barrels like these are what he kept finding.
Every rest area that I come across, it was closed, and so I had to fight sleep and fatigue and just try to do everything I could think of to do to stay awake until I got to here.
David finally found relief, but it was a full hour after he started to get tired.
I had a Coke there and put a little ice on and turn the radio up a little bit and window down, stuff like that. You can only do that for so long.
Stories like David's are why truck drivers say the closure of the state's rest areas are much more than an inconvenience.
The more comfortable you make it, for us, the safer it's going to be, so we don't run somebody off the road.
Billy Pettibone was resting with David and other truck drivers at the Clearwater Truck Plaza, which has about 150 slots for trucks. Only problem is,
every night we're normally full as it is. They're not loving Minnesota right now.
With the state's dozens of rest stops closed, truck drivers need to drive much farther for rest, sometimes while tired and fatigued.
Us truck drivers are very, very safety conscious, and we take this very serious.
It's just like playing Russian roulette, you know? It really is.
Truck driver Matthew Smith says that the closure of each rest stop is like adding a bullet to the chamber in a game of Russian roulette. Not a matter of if someone gets hurt, but when.
It's very unsafe. It's very unsafe.
Now, the Minnesota Trucking Association is just one group on the agenda for tomorrow's busy full day of special master hearings. Auto dealers, social groups, and the Minnesota Hospital Association are also scheduled. By the way, the hospital group's hearing will be closely watched. They'll say that new health workers can't work with patients without the state allowing for background checks, which it currently won't do while the state is closed, Marnie. So lots to also be watching for tomorrow.
Yeah, back to the truckers for 1 second, Ted. A lot of people at home might be wondering, why can't the rest stops just lock up the bathrooms and then leave the parking lots open for truckers? Can they do that?
I asked that very question to a MnDOT spokesperson this afternoon, and he said in 2005, when we had the partial shutdown, that's exactly what they did. They at least had those parking areas open. The only problem is, unfortunately, there was quite a bit of garbage left behind, even some human waste, even some vandalism. So this year they decided just to shut everything down, although he did acknowledge that the situation this year is a problem, Marnie, and it's certainly not ideal.
Yeah, lose-lose at this point. All right, Ted. After a slow start to